So like Nicki Minaj is like just an easy person to put on because she's in your face. Like, really, are you serious? Like, I can't even like ignore her because she's just there all the time and I don't know her. You know what I mean? So if people are not in your face, you can't get them on you know, like you can't put them on. So I think that's what the challenge is. It is about going back and supporting, you know, a different array of like female artists in general because, you know, like if you support like a different array of them, then you're able to put them onto headline shows and that sort of thing. I think that's what it is. Because a show it needs to be sustained somehow. It's like it needs a foundation.
Ladies, women in the hip hop culture have achieved success without using sexualized gimmicks. What do you think the path of success lies without flashing, out there to people to see? Like, where you think like the proper moral ground? Because now it seems like, the only way to get recognized is just to put your things out there, literally.
I always looked at it as, you just need the balance. I have no problem if you think your body is beautiful and you want to show some of your body. That's you. But I think with me, the thing is that all people get to see. That's all they think it should be. That's what they think that it is. So with me, it was balance. Just going back to the 90s, you had Little Kim and Foxy Brown and Lauryn Hill and MC Lyte and Queen Latifah and Bahama D, and they all were different. And, that's the thing for me, just, creating the balance in it, And so you don't always think that, this is what it is. We have to show our titties. That's the only way I'm going to get on if I get naked.
Nthabi?
Just make good music, eh? That's all it is. Make good music, be good at what you're doing. The rest will follow. I mean, you can be hard as hell, but if you sound like garbage, it's garbage. So just make good music and let the rest fall into place.
Lee, what advice would you have for artists who want to have their music videos on channel or your SABC ones to have the proper video play? Like, what approach, what steps should they follow to get their stuff being put out there?
The owner. Phoenix is making me sound like I'm like, I met you at a battle, Phoenix. Don't make me like that. I don't know. Like, I think the standard that I used for what I thought was nice was the standard that I used in general. So it's like, even if somebody was a woman, and Nthabi will tell you she killed some dudes on freestyles, but yeah, even if it didn't matter like whether the person was a woman or not, I was just like, does this person sound nice? Like at battles, I was like, like when you killed it, MC Africa, I was like, Phoenix was nice. I wasn't even thinking like, is she a girl? Like that doesn't go through my mind, and I think it's because growing up in hip hop and being a woman, like I never had to, that way either way. I think it's like, my best advice is what has been said, what Nthabi said and all of that stuff. It's just, honestly, and I'll use example of what Tumi said before, like a while back in an interview. He said, just, as women, just make stuff that's good. That's all. Like, your art has to speak, it has to speak more, you know what I mean, than the gimmick around it, because the gimmick will last for a particular period. It'll become like a fad and then it'll fall out, But like what Rapsody was saying as well, the same thing. Continue making music. Just be good at it and keep on putting, making sure that your stuff is out there. I think it's like a lot of the guys as well, they go through the struggles that women do, not to the same degree, you know what I mean? But they do in terms of like having to continuously push to get forward. But if you want to get your video on TV, if you want to get your stuff on radio, whatever the case may be, just make sure that you're putting out a quality product and you're opening line, because this used to it used to irk me. If I got a call and people would be like, I'm a woman, I was like, you did not just say that. No, but that's what they would tell me. They'll say to me, Lee, as a woman, you need to just put me on. And I'm like, but your stuff is whack, But I wouldn't say that. I'll just be like, okay, we'll talk later, And then I was told I'm not supporting women. I'm like, but she can't rap. And then I'm going to go and say this girl is dope and she fucks. Like, it's, So it's just like, just make sure that just be good at what you do. And eventually, hopefully, your video will get played because it's good. Don't let your opening line be because I'm a woman. Because you know what? Then you're going to be judged because you're a woman. Okay, because you're a woman, you need to be like this, like that. Just like put the art out. And
I think, just sorry to cut you, Lee, we also need to get to a point where if something is whack, we need to tell each other.
Don't just say like, whack. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
don't be scared, because I mean, when guys are in studio and you drop something and it's not working, they're like, it's not working. And we feel like we need to tiptoe around each other. If I'm in the studio with Supa, I'm going to tell her if something's whack, and I'd appreciate if she did the same. Because then we're not building each other if you're just going to let it slide. Because once you record a track, that's it. It's for life. And if I'm not gonna tell you, hey, dude, you didn't come through, and you're not gonna tell me, then it's not working.
Just to quickly go to you, Supa, if you could just explain to the masses the vision and mission of Ladies of the Mic and what motivated you to start that campaign.
Ladies of the Mic, I think I love hip hop a lot. I love female rappers, like I really do, but like the dope ones. And I think I got frustrated by a lot of people that will say, it's just you and Nthabi, or like, the only female MC I know is you. I'm like, but wait, you don't know Phoenix? You don't know Sky Wonder? Like, and for me, people would sort of, it was also sort of like I wanted to measure myself on a bar, because now you're just saying I'm your dopest female MC. I'm like, there's other ones. So if you like me, you must like me because you've heard the rest and you're actually just digging my sound. So I wanted to put a platform for all women to actually, like, for you to be able to go to that one website, take that one disc and listen to every female MC that exists in South Africa, in Africa, and the world. So it started off as I just approached a couple of ladies. You're on it, she's on it. Not Phoenix. Phoenix is on it. I don't want to forget everybody because I do this.
It's Chiquin,
Sky Wonder. Wait, it's Cuba, it's Phoenix, Black Rock, Nombongo, Tulani Klangwane, myself, Miss Isis, and we got Jean Grey to also give us a track on that. And I featured female rappers and also soul, neo-soul singers as well, because I realized that a lot of the times, especially in South Africa, those women will never get to release a full album. You'll never get to hear a full track from those artists, because they're always just featuring on a guy's track. They make it dope, but they never get anywhere further. Yeah. So it's just a platform for women. It's an open channel. You can actually email me anytime, info@ladiesofthemic. If you're a female rapper, if you know somebody that is good, holler at me at any time. I'll put you up on the website, and I want everybody to spread the word so that you just go through. The tracks are free, so it's just for you to bump and listen. I've got people that are going crazy for her not liquid skills, but
pissing the boys off, no?
No, man. You get Black Rock. People are going crazy on Black Rock. They're like, where has she been? I'm like, there is not enough of platforms for females, because I know her. I think I make it a personal job of mine to investigate all female rappers around South Africa, just to try and get them on as well. So it's just a little paid project. It's going to grow. I'm hoping to grow it as far as having our own concert, having Jean Grey come through, having Rapsody come through next year or something, but mainly just to make it as big as possible and let the rest of South Africa know that females are quite dope on a mic.
Word. One last question to the panel, for everyone to answer. Do you feel that women in hip-hop should play an active role in addressing gender inequality and sexism, not just in music, but in society as a whole? To everyone. Closing.
I'm not starting.
No gender to start then.
I think they should, but they should do it just as any female in this country should. Like I spoke about expectations earlier, there's so many expectations when you're an artist. They expect you to act a certain way, to speak about certain things, but I think all those issues should be addressed as much as they should be addressed by any female in this country. Just because I have a mic in my face doesn't mean that that's all I should talk about and you shouldn't talk about it. It's something that we should all, and it's a role that we should all play as females.
Rap?
I'd agree. I guess I don't know if, for me, if it would be like my main mission, because, I feel like as an artist, just being, a minority in the hip hop game, that does it on its own, So, anything you care about, whether it's gender inequality or, little kids or whatever, if you have a voice and you have a platform, you should speak on it. So whatever is dear to you, so yeah.
Supa?
I think that every woman, it's every woman's duty to try and push that mission, because it's not only in hip-hop that there's inequalities, there is in government, in advertising, in the offices, people don't get promoted in corporate, so it's not just, it can't rest on us, and we shouldn't really, as she's saying, we're already doing our part for it, and we're trying to push as far as we can, but I don't think it's really, we're not feminists, we're just musicians and artists.
Dope. Nthabi?
I don't think personally, I can be a voice for every single woman and every single problem out there. Be the voice for what it is that you're trying to push. Be the voice for what it is that you believe in. And there'll be somebody else taking care of another side. It's not fair to say every woman needs to take this because you're a woman and you have a mic. It's now your responsibility. No, we each have a role to play, and I can only push what it is that I believe in. So if it's a cause about kids, that's my agenda. If that's what I believe in, that's what I'm going to push.
Word. Lee?
Yeah, just also add to what Nthabi said. I think it's like, well, firstly, I think it's like if you're a woman in hip-hop, like whatever it is that you're doing, you, just like what Rapsody said, you're already making a statement. So just the best way is to continue doing what it is that you do, like in a good way. In terms of like being a woman in hip-hop or whatever, and then having to speak about gender issues, like, I think like every woman, like every person, like we all decide what's kind of like important to us. So maybe like, for Nthabi, like what she was saying, maybe her thing is like she's more passionate about kids. And if that's what she wants to use it as, it should be. I don't think that every woman should be like, we're going to fight for women. Like it just becomes like crazy, and then you sound like an angry black woman, like, she's not getting any attention. So she just wants to beef with people and then she'll get attention, Right. Like you've got to be like, when you do your art, like, and especially with hip hop, it's like you just have to be like truthful and passionate about who it is that you are. And you know what, your issues, like, or whatever it is that you're passionate about, it seeps through your music in different ways, and people will pick up with it, and then then you'll be a voice for that. Because just like not everybody can be like the person that's going to speak about what's going on in Somalia, but it's like somebody who is from there, maybe that's their cause, but I think every woman and every person, like in life in general, we automatically, because we live in the real world, we automatically have something that we're passionate about. And so not everybody needs to be like, to push, like, and if you're a woman, you shouldn't be put under pressure to go and fight like a woman's battle. Like, I personally, I don't fight women's battles. I'm scared of women. But it's the truth. Like, I don't fight women's battles, but all I know is that if I'm going to, like, my best justification is what it is that I do and being good at it just straight up, And I think with all the women on the panel, it's the same thing. Like, it's just difficult. Like, whatever it is that you're passionate about will come through in what it is that you do, either way.
Thank you, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a 5-minute break.